Walter Scott, Week in Review number 111. We swapped out some outdoor lights for additional yellow light bulbs, which don't attract insects and help our native biodiversity. We also got more compostable baking sheets that we use in our kitchen. And we had our women's retreat at the camp this past weekend for the disciples in the region. It was a great time. They got a lot out of the speaker, it sounded like, as well as having some time for recreation, doing things like puzzles and crafts together, as well as a campfire and some songs around it. We, of course, provided them with some good meals. For one of their breakfasts, they had bacon, and for the next meal, they had some fruit pizza, which we had to make the base of first before we let it cool off, and topped it with some cream cheese, sugar mixture, and some fruit. After they were here, we restocked the retreat house for a fishing group that's there right now, and the county came out and mowed down the end of our native prairie. This keeps snow from getting in the road, and while it isn't ideal for prairie management, the prairie will still come back next year and continue to provide some biodiversity benefits as well. We also put up a sign for a recycling survey in our area from a local community alliance that was asked to be out. And our big project this week was preparing for our region's regional assembly, where we put up a booth explaining all the wonderful things we are doing at Walter Scott and how people can be involved in them. With it tested out at the camp, we came down to regional assembly and set it up in the main area. If you stop by our booth, you can get a green apple as well as many of the handouts and be able to take in the business session too. We also packed up a sound system to bring to regional assembly to use in one of the rooms, and were able to set it up easily so that way it could be used on the main stage during meal times to talk to participants. With it being the beginning of a new month, we had to go ahead and do our monthly checks on our AED to make sure it was working, update our camp sign with a new arrowhead for the month. This month we put out our rooster, as our Decaloris friends are going to be out quite a bit. We also got ahead and filled up the goats' water. That way they had plenty to drink while we were gone for a couple days at regional assembly, and put that water out as well as refreshing their mineral that gives them some important vitamins that they don't necessarily get from the plants they're eating. Since you've stuck around this long, enjoy the goats and care gently for God's creation.